Okay, so this is still day number 6, but part two of our sourdough bake-a-thon. Earlier this day, earlier today, we made some hot dog buns. The dough was a bit soft. It was doing a whole bunch of different things, like just all over the place. But it needed a lot more time to rest than I can give it on live. So we took a break and we rested for about 2 hours. So the dough is pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to show you what it's looking like. So we can bake it up here. So we have two steps. One, I'm trying to roll it. Like it was super long, but it was just looking weird. Okay. So we roll it that way. And this is what we have. Well, this is going to break while it bakes. I'm okay with everything. I'm okay with what I have here. So we have this one here. Goal really and truly was to do them individually on one and to also try and make it kiss on the other, but it didn't work out. So we have another one here. Now this is also going to split. This is fine. But if you see the discoloration happening here, this guy right here was exposed to the air. Usually, anytime it's exposed to air, it forms a skin. And sometimes the skin that's formed prevents it from expanding like it normally would. And I didn't realize that it was getting air. I had it covered, but it wasn't covered properly at last. So anyways, I'm going to preheat this oven and I'm going to brush these with butter, melted butter. It's gonna add to the color of the dough. And it's probably gonna add to flavor. Not probably, but most definitely gonna add to flavor. And we'll see how they actually bake up once it's really hot. And they should expand. Honestly, I feel like they're gonna get bigger. Like, they're gonna go this way, go wide, and they're probably gonna rise up. These are all speculations right now because this dough is doing things. Now, don't judge my hot dog rolling skills. I need to go back to school for that, okay? And I'm going to just use YouTube University just to help me. It's going to be big enough for what I want. And worst case scenario, you just use it as a sub bread, a mini sub bread, okay? So if you're joining, this is still day number 6 of our sourdough bake-a-thon. We just had to do 2 parts because the dough was just not ready and it would not be ready while we're live. See, this is the first one that I rolled out, but I did not add like extra flour into it because my dough was soft. It was just doing a lot of stuff. That's okay. Once I'm done doing this and I pop this in the oven, I will show you the dough that's been rested. I'm going to show you my starter I refreshed just so that you guys can see. But it's definitely interesting to see how the dough reacts to like different temperatures, different environments. Honestly, it could be a whole bunch of things. I don't know what for this dough just being really soft and just doing them all. Like I really don't. So we're just gonna set this aside and wait for it meant to be preheated. I'm just gonna cover slightly because I don't want any more skin to form. These guys. And even though we have oil, which is butter, I don't want the skin to be formed because I find that the skin prevents it from rising up, spreading the way it normally would. Because with the skin, it's gonna bust out some way somehow. I just know this. This is what I know. Okay, so this is the dough that we made on live this morning. This is what it's looking like. It actually looks ready to go. It's pulling away from the sides, the bottom. That's what the actual bottom looks like, which is fine, right? So I think this is ready to go, and I'm gonna deal with this a little later, which is fine. But it's very tacky and soft. That's okay. So now earlier I refreshed my starter and I was talking about how the gas forms and it's a little misty, as you can see. It already started to grow, but it's cloudy in here. So this is all the gases that are being released to allow it to ferment. So I just wanted to show you guys that because I know some people are watching it like, what are you talking about? This is exactly what I'm talking about. It looks cloudy in there. It looks like it's wet and moist. That's just the gas being released, which is a good thing. And this is the bottom, so it's not really doing anything yet, but it's grown since this morning. You can see right here. But how I gauge is that I started as a big dough, and now it's no longer a big blob. It's kind of going down to the bottom, and then it's going to rise up to the sides. So that's what we do. So I'm gonna put these in the oven. My oven is set at 400, but I'm gonna bring it down to 350. So again, this is pad number one, right? That's what's gonna happen. And this is pad number two. I know this is gonna split, gonna bust right out. I don't know what the others are gonna be. So we're gonna pop it in the oven. And we're gonna bake it for about 12 to 15 minutes. It might not need that much time, but I'm setting a timer for 15 minutes. So while we wait, I'm gonna make my hot dogs. I'm so excited. I wanted to make these all of them. So they're not actual hot dogs. Okay. These are tofu dogs. Lentil tofu dogs. So I made these on Saturday last week. And I wrapped them up because I knew I wanted to make myself some lentil tofu dogs if I get to make my hot dog buns, which is what we're making today. So we're gonna cook the they're already cooked, but we're gonna crisp them up and fix them up while the bread is in the oven. So once the bread is out, I can actually make my hot dog and eat it. That's the goal. So what I'm going to do is toss it in some cornstarch. Why? Because I want it to be a little bit on the crispy side. So again, it's not a hot dog. I forgot my mic. It's not a hot dog, it's a lentil dog. Okay? A lentil tofu dog. So I hope you can hear me. And if you are just joining, this is part two of my sourdough bake-a-thon for today because the bread just needed a lot more time than I could give it. So we are going to open the lentils. And the lentil tofu is super easy to make. It's super budget friendly and it's very delicious, honestly. So this is it. It actually held the shape. It really did. And I'm super happy about that. And we're going to cook all of them because I have enough bread, one. And two, once I cook it, all I have to do is really and truly heat it up, warm it, I should say, and just add it to my bread. So the bread is in the oven. So we made hot dog buns, but they kind of look like not hot dog buns, but like sub buns. I think mini baguettes too. It is what it is. Shaping, I just got to go back to YouTube University to figure out the shaping. That's fine too. That's okay. Tomorrow, if you come back, we're going to be making sourdough stuffed dumplings. That was what was voted for earlier this morning. So that's what we're going to be making tomorrow for the last day of our sourdough series. And if you are new to me, every month so far, I did 3 months so far. It's going to be a constant thing for me. We take 7 days out of a month. We make 7 different recipes using sourdough discard only. Try my best not to use any baking soda or any baking powder, but I do not use yeast at all. The baking soda will be needed in some things like my banana bread. But most things that I've made so far does not include anything other than the starter. Discard. So my oven has a hot spot. So if you see me checking or going in, is because I need to make sure it's not burning. I don't want it to burn, and I will rotate. So these are the lentil dogs that I have. I'm going to put my stove on. I'm going to add a little oil to heat it up. But this is what we have. It's already cooked, so really and truly all you have to do is warm it up. But I want a little crunchiness on the outside because I'm extra. And I want to show you guys how it actually cooks. Because some people were wondering if it was going to break apart. Some might. But in theory, it should actually keep its shape. Right? This is my first time doing the lentil dog, but I've done tofu bites with it before. And it's held its shape. I cooked it in some oil on the stove. It's held its shape. No issues here. So I'm just cleaning this up. And the bread smells amazing. So I'm actually pretty excited for that. Okay, so this oil is just vegetable oil, nothing fancy. And I'm going to be using some cornstarch. I like adding cornstarch to things for added crunch. It's just going to be like a roll in cornstarch. You could toss it in it if you want. But just like a light coating of cornstarch. Just to get it nice and crunchy. I know hot dogs aren't crunchy, but this hot dog is going to be, because it's not really a hot dog. But just lightly coat it. And then we're going to pan fry it up in some vegetable oil. Now, do you see like this is already breaking? This may break apart slightly in the cooking process, right? But the key that I find is to put it down on that area that's breaking. So if I put it in the oil, put it down like this and let it sear for a while so it creates the outer shell because of the cornstarch. My accent was about to come out. I apologize. But it helps. And doing it this way for me just makes sense for me. If you just want to pan sear it in some oil, you can do that. If you just want to heat it up in the oven, you can do that too. Don't boil it. I've never tried boiling it, but I don't think it's going to hold up well in water. That's all I'm saying. You could try it, but I'm not going to waste my precious tofu that was made with lentils to see if it could boil it up in water. It's already cooked. You're really not doing anything. All you have to do is warm it up. But I'm doing this little extra step because I want to crunch. That's all. Nothing more behind that. So in theory, this step isn't necessary, but I am doing it. So I'm going to just check and rotate if I need to the oven because of the bread and my situation here. I mean, they're looking good. Some are breaking. They're being stuck together. Who knows? It's fine. I'm going to still eat it though. I'm not even mad. Any recipe I share with you, you see me doing, I know it works. It just probably needs a little tweaking. That's all. So whether or not it works to your standards, that's fine. But I correct. I correct myself. I correct my methods. Anything that I need to do, I will correct. Okay, so this is looking like it's good. It's gonna get a nice crunch. So I'm just gonna move this over here so that you can actually see what I'm doing. On this end, this is just vegetable oil. I just want it to be a bit warm, hot even, and then we're gonna fry it up. Fingers crossed that it holds together, because every time I say this is going to work, this should work, here goes my products. Yeah, you thought I'm not doing this. We're not about to do this. This is not going to work. You're lying. So, butter. I'm just going to put some more butter on this. I suspected this was going to happen, but I'm not mad. It's fine. We just need some color. I'm going to try this again. Anything that does not work to my liking on these lives, I will eventually turn them into a video after I have revisited the recipe to ensure that it's working and it's nothing I did. So have no fear. If it doesn't look like it's good or anything, I will revisit, because that's just what I do. It's a learning process for me as well for sourdough. So I try my best. I really do. Sometimes these lives, they go off without a hitch. And other times it's like, wait, whoa, back up. What are you doing? Okay, this should be hot enough. Fingers crossed this works. Ow. Again, this is to warm it up, but it's also to give it a nice coat, because I want a coat. And because it's round or like a cylinder type shape, I can roll it. So I just wanted to get a nice little sear on both sides, everywhere evenly. Even a nice little crunch, because it is cornstarch. Cornstarch gives things a nice crunch. I know it's gonna hold, but I suspect one might break apart. But that's okay. Okay, this is the first time even that we've done a double live, because the dough wasn't rising fast enough. But it's okay. And I'm thinking I'm gonna try to turn this dough, the one that we made earlier, into a cinnamon roll. I try to turn things into cinnamon rolls. Don't ask me why. I love a good cinnamon roll, man. I try to turn everything into a cinnamon roll. Every dough I could possibly turn into a cinnamon roll, I try it. Ooh, look at that. It has a nice little skin happening right here. I love it. Again, this is tofu, lentil tofu, that I turned into hot dog shapes because I could. And I really wanted to experiment to see how well it would hold up. So this right here is not cooked. It's warming up the internal temperature because I don't want to eat cold tofu. And it is giving it a nice crisp outline because that's what I want. So crisp flavor. When you bite into it, it's going to be good. The tofu was seasoned with just salt, but you can actually season it however you want, honestly. Want to add some spice into it, you can, but I keep it neutral based on how I want to cook it. So that's why you see me just experimenting. And like I said, when I find something I like, I try to turn it into as many different things as I possibly can. So I made these. I made the lentil tofu. There's a video. There's a live on my channel of me making it and a video. And I made tofu bites. Ow. See, this one looks like it's going to break. But I want it to brown. I made tofu bites. I turned them into hot dog shapes. I have one that's in like a burger patty shape. Because I like eating it. Man, I slice it up and eat it for breakfast. It's a good look. It tastes good. It keeps me full. It's a lot of protein. And added fiber? Come on. Okay. So while that's doing that, I'm going to rotate these breads that I already see. I know they're going to be good, but they're still going to be a problem for me. Because they just don't look the way I want them to look. It's been 15 minutes? Yo, where is time going? It's been 15 minutes. Okay. So while this is browning, see, as you can see, like right here, it's looking like it's going to break away. That's okay. That just means it's being warmed up on the inside. Oh, okay. So it's fine, right? But I'm getting a nice little crisp, which I want. And I wasn't able to make my homemade ketchup. So I'm going to be eating this without ketchup. That is not for me. Okay? When I make my hot dogs, I like me some mayo, some mustard, some ketchup, some relish. I do. And I also think there's something wrong with my oven. Why? Because things aren't browning the way they usually brown. I really think there's something going on with my oven. I'm probably going to have it looked at. But we'll see. Okay, so this, I mean, they're good, but I still want crunch. Maybe I want color too. Like, as you can see, like it's the outer shell right here. Nice and crunchy. Got a nice color. Again, I like doing it. I even do this with shrimp. I coat the shrimp in some cornstarch and boom. We're all good. Okay. I have to multitask just a little. I'm putting this, oh great. Ow. I'm putting this on broil just a little. Because I don't know what's happening. Maybe I need to add some water. But also too, when you brush it with water, it helps to darken it. You can do sugar water, you can do plain water. Anything like that you can do. But I really think something's going on with my oven because the last couple of times I've been baking and things aren't browning like they naturally would. It's taking an extended time. So that's something I have to look into. Now these breads, they have like their own character, okay? They're their own people right now. They smell good. But watch me turn this into the best hot dog bun ever. I don't know. I think it's a performance issue on my behalf. I really do. Because I can roll this up right now and it's a problem. But as soon as I take off the live and I roll it up, boom. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All the time. Perfect. So I'm going to have to work on that so that my execution for these sourdough lives are flawless. But this is a learning curve for me because I only started playing around with sourdough in March of this year. So I'm learning as I go. I'm trying my best to make whatever I can with sourdough. Doesn't matter what it is. If my brain thinks it, then I said we're going to do it. Like yesterday, we made cereal. Who would have thought? We made cornflakes yesterday. We made ravioli this past week. We just been making different things. Last month, we made donuts. We fried some shrimp. We just made whatever I can think of. We do it. But this is nice. This is getting the nice color that I like. It kind of looks like a grilled hot dog, but not really. This one's like the perfect hot dog size. Like, look at this. It just looks really good. But it's nice and firm, which I like. But I'm also still cooking it. Not that it needs to be cooked, but I want to make sure the internal temperature is warm. That's what I'm hoping for. But the bread, baby. I have no excuses on this bread. But I know something's going on with the dough. Big time. Yeah, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, my breads aren't, they're not browning like they would normally brown. So that's an oven issue. Okay, I'm gonna take this out. Let me get a little plate. And then we'll go. We'll see what the breads look like. But again, if you're just joining, this is the dough we made earlier today. I think it's ready to go. And I'm going to do a short me rolling it and watch it be perfect. I'm telling you, I don't know what it is. Okay, these are good. I'm just going to get some paper towel just to soak up the oil. It should be good. The only thing is yeah, it's nice crunch. I was trying to think while I was on that break why the dough just was not cooperating. But I really couldn't tell you. Okay, so you can see it holds up when you use what is this? A tongue? It holds up. It's not soft. It's firm. I mean, shoot, I might make some more tofu and just make little ones. Kind of like Vienna sausage, mini sausage. Just pull them out, fry them up, eat it for breakfast. Boom. Problem solved. Because I don't eat meat, but I'm also not looking for a meat replacement. I'm just trying to experiment with different things that I can make. So we're going to take the bread out so that you guys can see. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, it may look perfectly fine to you, but for me, I envisioned it, it might not. So I definitely might be a little disappointed. We're almost there. I might be disappointed. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be disappointed. I am going to be disappointed because I just know, I know that I can roll, I can do all these different things. But when it comes to me being live and doing it, so my brain just starts going and it's like, no, don't do this, do this. So this is what we have. This guy's ready. And it's not as warm as the first one. That first dough that we did, which is what turned into these buns, was just super warm. And I know that was an issue. This isn't as warm, but it is very soft, like the first one. So I'm gonna roll it up. I'm not gonna roll it up now, but I'm gonna roll it up. And I know I'm gonna get a better bun. But either way, you hear me complaining about this, I'm still gonna eat it because it's still gonna be good. But it didn't do what I wanted it to do. It did not rise and it did not spread like this. So for me, that's a problem. Okay. So this is the first batch. I mean, it looks good, right? The back is done, but it's soft. And my thumb actually pressed this. So as you can see, it's not bad. Is it a hot dog bun? No. Is it going to be a good, delicious bread? Yes. But it's good. I just need it to be more colored on the top than it is on the bottom. So I'm suspecting that my top coils, they're the problem. Right? Because the bottom, this was the first set that we were kind of play around with. See it like it's all crackling? That's not a good sign. It's cooked, but it's still not a good sign. Not for me, at least. Right? So it either could be over rested, overproofed, or an underdeveloped dough. Because like I showed in this one, like I could show you right here, this is not as hot as the first dough. The first dough, the temperature was really, really hot, right? And I used butter instead of oil. Could that make a difference? It could. But you never know until you experiment, right? So this dough is ready to go and rolled up. I'm really not going to, I thought I was going to turn it into a cinnamon roll. It's not that I don't want to. It's because I want to actually, when I get off camera, roll it up into buns and see if it bakes. Because it shouldn't. The last time I made this dough on live, I baked it on live. It kind of flatlined like these guys. But then once the live was done and I picked up the second dough, which is what we made, and I didn't think about the rolling. I didn't think about how I was going to roll it. I kind of just separated the dough and then rolled it. Perfect. It's like I should just not be thinking about things. I should just do it and not think about it. But it's kind of hard when you want to just make sure it's not perfect, but it looks good. And then, so maybe my next 7 days, I'm still going to think about it. I'm just going to do it. Be like, no thinking, no thinking, no thinking. Okay, I want to make this, just roll, right? I don't know. It could be a number of things, but it's still not giving me what I want it to give me, which is fine. But I'm still going to eat it. This is not going to go to waste. You know why? Because I come from Antigua. Okay. I'm just getting my wire rack. And in Antigua, we eat bread. We eat bread with everything. Okay? Caribbean. Bread, 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 bread. See, this is a good size for like a bread and cheese, just a mini bread and cheese. Because when we are at home, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you go to the bread shop, you get a bread probably twice the size, maybe two of them this size, right? They look good. They're just not visually what I want them to be. That's all. And again, my thumb pressed into here, so it's an indent. I'm not mad. It's okay. It'll be fine. It's a little on the heavy side too. Like, ugh. Thick. But this is all a learning. It's all a learning thing. It's a learning process, honestly. Because now what not to do. That's usually what this ends up being. I don't even know how or what caused you, right? So now I have to go back. I'm going to call my bread expert and have a conversation about why my dough did this. Because this is strictly sourdough. There's no added yeast or anything like that. But I am not as disappointed as I normally would be. I'll just put that out there. Because normally, I don't know why I threw it out because I could use it. I would be so disappointed and I'd be crying about this. No, I'm just explaining to you visually, it's not where I want it to be. Why? See, this shape-wise is good for me, but it's a little on the flat side. So then I'm sitting here thinking, is it the mixing stage? Is it the ingredients and the quantities? Because this has about 80 grams of water, but my original recipe only had 40 grams of water, right? So it could be a water issue. It definitely is a water issue. But it also could be that when it rested in the warm place, it was too warm. That could be it too, right? There's so many different factors that come into play with this. Usually one will say when your dough doesn't rise, it's underproofed. This has been chilling for 2 hours plus the first hour. So that's 3 hours. I don't think it should be proofing for 3 hours. At all. Okay? So it might be overproofed. There could be so many different things. Thank you. That could be happening. Okay? I want to be able to break it, and I'm going to. But this is what the crumb structure is looking like. It's not bad. I'll use this camera because this one has a zoom. It's not bad. If it had like height, do you know how spongy that would be? It would be so spongy. Honestly, the bread is delicious. I'm probably going to use this one. This seems to be the fattest one. Or this one. But it's a learning thing for me. It has a few little air pockets. You can see right here. There's a little air pocket here. And then there's one, like as you can see. There you go. And you see all of that happening there. But it's delicious. You know what this reminds me of? A biscotti. Especially the shape. This looks like a biscotti, not a hot dog bun. But the flavor is there. Everything is there. Everything is right for me. So I'm going to revisit this I'm gonna revisit it. And I'm gonna make a video about it. The bread is so good. Oh my goodness. Because I want to make sure that it's nothing that I'm doing outside of the ingredient ratios, because I think that's the most important part. Because if you put a little bit too much of something, it throws the entire recipe off. It really does. But this is really good bread. I can dip this in like a cheese dip right now, and it's so nice and tangy. My discard is actually at a tangy place right now. Not sour, but tangy. Really nice and tangy. So I'm just letting it cool a little bit. Right. Like it's bouncy. Just a little. But I owe you guys 4 videos. Strawberry muffins, because that didn't work on live. Sourdough sweet potato bread, that didn't work on live. Sourdough hot dog buns, because it didn't work. Like it's bread, but it's not a hot dog bun, right? And an olive and rosemary sourdough loaf. Everything else is cool. Everything else was good. There's some really good bread. Like it really is. I like to smell it. Because you know you can smell when a bread is not cooked. You can smell it. But this is nice. The crumb itself isn't bad. It's just the shaping. So I'm going to revisit this recipe. I'm going to revisit this. I'm going to figure it out. So now I'm going to try and build my hot dog. I don't know how the bread's going to operate with me. But we're going to build it. These are the lentil tofu dogs that I just kind of seared up just to get a little crunch. This is what it's looking like. All right. I'll pick this one. Maybe this one. I don't know. Maybe no. It's flat. It's still warm. But it's good. This is what the inside looks like. So just imagine if it had more meat on its bone, more body. It would be really nice and soft and fluffy. If I can give you a visual, it will be. Because this is what the crumb structure would look like, but it will be nice and fluffy. But because this is hard, my hot dog is going to roll off. Ooh, perfect size. And think about it. It's gonna roll off. But I don't care. I'm going to eat it. I am absolutely 100% going to eat this. Because I made it. I usually eat what I make. And if it's not good, I will tell you it's not good. But so far, I have made things that are really good. They just need to be tweaked. Like this recipe, I tweaked it before, and now I got to go back to the original just to figure out what I did wrong. Why are you breaking? Just embarrassing. Why are you breaking? You know what? Again. Stop embarrassing me. Gosh. Like, I just want to form a sandwich. Okay, you stop. This is going to break too. Okay, let me be gentle. I do like a little mayo. I'm not going to open it all the way. It's starting to crack too because it's thin. Maybe I needed to make them a little bigger, right? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe the recipe works, but maybe it was a timing. Maybe it was a heat issue. Because I think the dough was really warm. So it really could be a heat issue. Okay. We're gonna use this. This just don't crack. Okay? Okay. It's not bad, eh? It's not bad. At this point, the dog is bigger than the bread. I don't have any ketchup, but that's okay because I'm gonna add a little mustard because that's what I do. I just wanna see if I can bite into it and just feel like it's a hot dog. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is how I eat my hot dogs too. Okay. Yeah, it's not bad. The bread's tough. The bread is on the crunchy side because it's so thin, right? So it's good. And it's tough. Okay. This is what the inside of the tofu would look like because it's just tofu. There's nothing else other than tofu. I like it. I like the idea of the bread, but I gotta actually work on my recipe. I do. But that's all a part of it. And that's why I wanted to share with you guys because I mean you would think that I would come on here and practice and know what I'm doing. Sometimes yes. And other times the environment and everything just it is what it is. You just go with the flow. Is the recipe bad? No. Is this a good recipe for the hot dog buns? Yes, because I made it before. Did it work today? It didn't give me the nice, soft, supple bread that I know this recipe can give because I've made the recipe before, but for something else, right? So I'm going to tweak it, I'm going to work on it, and then I will post a video. Not right now, but I will make a video for it just so that I know what I did wrong and I can actually have the legit recipe right then and there for me. But as a bread that you can dip in some cheese, like a cheese dip, a crab dip, tuna fish, it's perfect. Nice tang, nice everything like that is good. So that is it for our part 2. I'm a little disappointed, but I'm not mad. Okay. I like the little texture at the back, but I wish that it would do what I needed to do. Something's going on. Maybe it's one of my ingredients. Maybe the flour is not good. It could be anything. It really could be anything. The reason why I'm saying that is because adding a little extra water is not going to hurt it. It might change it to like a more hydrated dough, but it should operate the same, right? So it could be anything. I will try again, same recipes that I have, not the recipe, but same ingredients that I have, and figure it out from there. It could be anything. Maybe I shouldn't be using butter. Maybe I should stick to oil, but I didn't have any oil, so I used butter, right? Maybe instead of whole butter, it should have been melted butter because I used oil, right? Like it's just different things. Like all these different things change the consistency. Some for the better, some for the worse. This, I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But that is it. I'm not mad at it. This is my favorite one, but my thumbprint. I'm not mad at this. That is it for this live. Tomorrow we're back here and we're making dumpling stuffed. It is going to be stuffed with my lentil tofu, broccoli and cheese, because that's what I have. And we're going to steam it. We're going to try to steam it. Keyword on try, because I don't know. Okay. This week has been the most challenging sourdough week that I've had since I started this series. It's been challenging. Things were just not working out. But I learned a lot because now I know what not to do. Right. And now you know what not to do because you see me do it. So don't do it. Right. So it's a welcome learning experience, but it's gonna live on the internet forever. It's gonna live on the internet. But anyways, that is it. I'm done. I'll see you back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Yes, 10 a.m. for our final sourdough recipe for the sourdough week. Day number 7 tomorrow. Okay, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you have fun. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Bye.